Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I am Susie and this is our Transfer Tuesday video. So hello, for those of you who are new here, my name is Susie. We are a dual income household of me and my husband, and our Transfer Tuesday videos are the day where we get to look at our online accounts. For us specifically, this is 2 Roth IRAs and a brokerage money cash account that we hold with Fidelity. So without further ado, we're going to get on into it. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial expert. I'm just a lady, and this is not financial advice. I just think it's really interesting to see what people are invested in. This is mostly just for accountability on my end, so I can look back and see what the numbers are like, and also hopefully inspire you to start contributing to your retirement if you haven't already, or to keep going if that's currently what you're doing. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Welcome to my Roth IRA. Here we are. In the top left there, you can see on all of our accounts, we have $39,943.61. In this Roth specifically, my Roth, we have $33,152.09. I've been contributing to my Roth since I was 18. I'm currently 26. And I only filled it fully for the first time last year. So this is not, I think, typical for people my age. My dad got me into the Roth when I was really young. I do wish I would have fully funded it a few years, but it's getting fully funded last year and going forward. So we're going to go over to the current value column here, and I'm just going to go down and tell you what all I'm invested in and how much. So we have $3 in cash, which is totally fine. Every time you do a deposit into any of these accounts, a contribution is what they're called here in the Roth, you need to go and then invest that money into stocks or it will not grow, right? So $3 there, which is totally fine. I have 2,700 in VOX, about 3,000 in IVV. This is the iShares S&P 500. 2,800 in my target date fund. So this is a retirement date fund. This is the Fidelity one. So it's FDKVX. This is for 2060. I technically don't know if I can access this Roth by 2060. I will be 61, but I'm not sure the exact rules about the Roth versus like a 401k or anything like that, but all around that age, right? I think it's 59 and a half for the Roth, but I'm not sure. But that was the closest one. I could have done 2065, but I will 100% be able to access the funds by then. So I got 1,000 in Tesla, 1,000 in NVIDIA, and then about half of my investment is in VOO, almost 17 grand here, 1,700 in VDC, FFGCX has 700, VIG has 1,400, Coke has 900, and then VTI has 700. Like I said, not a financial expert. I'm just doing my best. So if you're like, why are you invested in that? I don't know. I'm just trying my best. This week specifically, I went ahead and added $250 into this account, and then I went ahead and bought VIG with it. Here it's split into two different transactions. I don't know why, but it's something I'm sure about timing and trades that Fidelity did on their side. I did not purchase it twice. I just bought 150 and then it split it into 2 purchases. Probably something to do with the stocks available or something. So next is the brokerage account. So this is money that we have that is not for like in a retirement account, but it is invested in the stock market. So it is at 2,636 and 47 cents. Sorry, I can't talk. It has $1,000 in cash, which goes slightly against what I just said about having cash and not investing it. But this is actually $1,000 of our emergency fund. We have a $10,000 emergency fund, but it is locked away in a CD because it gets higher interest. This is the first line of defense. This is $1,000. This is attached to a physical card. So if we were out somewhere, if we weren't able to get to the bank at the weekend or something, and for some reason needed the money, it is here it is as liquid as it could be. It's on a card, right? So like I could swipe it. So that is where that is. Then we have almost 200 in NVIDIA, 1,300 in VOO, and then 100 in Coke. I don't care for this portfolio. I'm going to look up some things to diversify it. It needs a few more funds in there, at least 2 more funds probably. I don't care to invest in a whole lot of individual stock like that. So I definitely, and I'm not like VOO for life, so I definitely need a few more things in there. Though I'll be honest, VOO VOO has treated me very well. But I do think diversification is really important, and so this is not a diversified enough portfolio. So we'll be looking at, when we add some more money to this, hopefully coming up soon, I'll be looking to diversify what I've been putting in here. This week specifically, we put $25 in here. This has been all this has been getting. I got a raise back in October of 3%, which was $25 a week, and that money has been put into here. We've been debating with our savings account. So we have a savings set up for a down payment on a house, but we've been kind of back and forth about buying a house. We've also been back and forth about FIRE and like retirement age and stuff like that. So I think we are going to split the savings. So instead of $25 goes in here and the rest goes in savings, we're just going to split it right down the middle and do half and half. But obviously I need to talk to my husband about that first and make sure that he's okay with it, because if he does want a house soon, that will delay our timeline for that. So we will have to kind of just decide what we want. Anyway, I put $25 in here from that raise, and that went towards NVIDIA just because it was down last week. So it was a good time to buy. All right, next is my husband's Roth IRA. As you can see, it is on the lower end. It's about half full from this year. This is because he just started contributing this year. That might sound off, but he just finished college, so he got his first like big full-time job, and I said, great, we're filling your Roth IRA starting this year, every year moving forward. So we made him an account, and now we're adding to it. We were not married before this year, so I was not able to contribute to his Roth while I was contributing to my own. That there's like a lot of implications with all that, but now we are married, so I can put into his Roth, he can put into my Roth, but we're going to max this out this year, and we're about halfway there, which is perfect. So he's at $4,155.05. In cash, he's got $6, which is perfect. Like I said, got invest. He's got $1,800 in VOO, which is about the same as mine, about half of his portfolio. He has $400 in his target date fund, which is the same as mine because we're very close in age. $200 in SPY. He was making noise about being invested in SPY. I don't know a lot more about stocks than he does. He doesn't know much more about stocks than I do. But this is his portfolio. So if he mentions wanting to be invested in something, I just do that because it's his portfolio, and I want him to feel in charge of it and feel like he's invested in what he wants to be invested in. We got $500 in VIG, $900 in VTI, $100 in VDC, and then $100 in Coke. And before we end off here, I know, well, let's look at what we did this week, and then I'll get back to that. So what we did this week for him is, again, just like me, we always get the same amount. So he got $250, and then VTI was down, so we went ahead and got some VTI. I'm not, like I said, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial person. If you want a financial advisor, please go find one. This is also not me asking for advice from random people on the internet who may or may not know what they're doing, who may or may not have credentials or a way to prove it. So if you would refrain from posting in the comments, you need to invest in this, this is going to the moon, I would appreciate it. There are some people who might see this video and be more vulnerable or susceptible to following your advice. So this is not looking for advice. I am not giving advice. This is just for accountability, and hopefully to spark some wanting to save in my viewers. So I hope you all are having a fantastic Tuesday. We'll be back on Saturday for the budget closeout from this week. I hope you all are having a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.